Do you know who was the first Prime Minister of India? I know most of you will think, what a stupid question. Even a child can give the answer to this easy question. Because this is recorded in the books that Pandit Jawahar Lal Nehru was the first Prime Minister of India. But wait, what will be your reaction? Suppose I say that is not the truth. Hello friends, my name is Darren. And friends, there is a page of history in which the name of the first Prime Minister of India has been mentioned as Barkatullah Khan. It may be surprising to hear this, but the truth cannot be denied, that the Prime Minister was declared in India even before Pandit Jawahar Lal Nehru. Now the question arises that who was the Barkatullah Khan, who got the distinction of being the first Prime Minister of India? And if he was the Prime Minister, then why is the Pandit Nehru's name in the first place? Let us solve and understand this mystery today. Before your tension increases in the name of the first Prime Minister, understand that Barkatullah Khan, who is being talked about here, was a slave of the British at the time of his election as Prime Minister, while Pandit Jawahar Lal Nehru was called the first Prime Minister of independent India. That's why people read and heard more about him. But Barkatullah Khan is also the person who should be talked about, since his contribution in the freedom struggle was also no less. Born on 7 July 1854 in Bhopal, MP, Barkatullah's family was an important part of the princely state of Bhopal. Some people believe that he was born in 1857 or 1858. He studied Arabic, Persian and English from the Sulaimaniya school. Influenced by the leader of international repute, Sheikh Jamal ad-Din Afghani, he decided to unite the Muslims of all countries. During this time, his parents also died. There was a sister's responsibility on his head and she too got married. Now there was no one in Barkatullah Khan's life except his own goal. One day, he left Bhopal without informing anyone and reached Bombay. Here, along with tutoring the children, he himself continued education in the English language. After completing his studies in Bombay, he moved to England. Although he had gone to England to study, but from here the direction of his life totally changed. Barkatullah Khan met here with Shyamji Krishna Verma, the patron of the migrant Indian revolutionaries. This meeting of a few hours left a deep impression in Barkatullah Khan's mind. He became vocal for the independence of India. He joined the pen to spread revolutionary ideas and activities for the independence of India. He soon came into the limelight through his revolutionary articles. Khan was appointed as Professor of Persian at the Oriental College of Liverpool University, but his pen continued against the atrocities of the British rule in India. This was the reason that the opposition to Khan started in England. The situation got so bad that Barkatullah Khan had to leave the country. Barkatullah Khan reached America in 1899. Where he, along with the overseas Indians, held a conference for the independence of India. His speeches and articles against the British rule continued here as well, to meet the expenses. He did the work of teaching Arabic in schools, but his heart and mind were engrossed in the concern of India. The proof of his concern for India is a letter written to Hasrat Mohani, in a part of which he has written that
it is a matter of great regret that 20 million Indians, Hindus and Muslims are dying of hunger. Hunger is spreading all over the country, but the British government has made India a market for its goods and goods.
Looting crores of rupees from India is done only in the form of interest of capital invested in this country, and this loot is increasing continuously. For this slavery of the country and its deteriorating condition in it, it is necessary that the Hindu and Muslims of the country unite with the Congress and increase Hindu-Muslim unity for the fight for the country's independence. Influenced by the revolution of 1857, Barkatullah Khan reached Japan from America to awaken the new spirit of revolution. This campaign reached Germany from America. Champak Raman Pillai, Bhupendranath Dutta, Raja Mahendra Pratap and Abdul Wahid Khan started this movement. It was here that Barkatullah had his first meeting with King Mahendra Pratap. They soon became close friends. Both of them raised the warring Indian soldiers in Berlin against the British government. After revolting against the British army, together they traveled to Turkey, Baghdad and then to Afghanistan to take the movement to India. At that time, Germany was at war against Britain in the First World War. so Barkat and King Mahendra became the specialties of the German government. During the journey, the government also provided them soldiers for security. But when he reached Kabul, he was put under house arrest by the British soldiers. The German government created pressure and the Afghan people also protested. Eventually, he was freed from captivity and formed the Provisional Government of India in 1915. During the First World War, the anti-British German government immediately gave recognition to this temporary revolutionary government of the Indians in Afghanistan. Raja Mahendra became the president of the permanent government and Barkat-ullah Khan became the prime minister. The government of Afghanistan made an important agreement with the Provisional Government of India, in which it was promised that Afghan is with India in its war of independence. In its replacement after independence, this government of India will hand over Balochistan and Pakhtuni-speaking region to Afghanistan. When the Provisional Government was preparing for an attack against the British rule in India, then the Tsarist regime of Russia was overthrown through the October Revolution of 1917. In 1919, Barkat-ullah Khan arrived in Moscow to talk about the objective of independence from the government, where Lenin gave his support to him. He started getting direct support for India's freedom struggle from Soviet Russia. However, before Barkat-ullah Khan could reach the fire of this movement within India, his age had started responding. He arrived in California to address a gathering for the freedom movement. As soon as he stood up to speak, his health started deteriorating. The address was cancelled. A few days later, on 27 September 1927, Barkat-ullah Khan breathed his last in America. While battling the disease, he told his companions that I was active for the freedom of India throughout my life.
I was active for the freedom of India throughout my life. It is a matter of happiness for me that my life has been used for the betterment of my country.
It is a pity that our efforts did not bear any fruit in our life. But at the same time, it is also a matter of happiness that now thousands of youth are coming forward for the freedom of the country who are honest and courageous. I can leave the future of my country in their hands with full confidence. In his last days, he had expressed his desire that the soil of his grave should be buried in India, but he was buried in Marvespilli Cemetery in America. Far from bringing the soil of Barkat-ullah's grave to India, the politicians forgot even his name. Friends, if you like the video, please hit the like button and share this video, cause your support is our motivation. I see you in next video. Always remember, respect your mom and dad. Have a great day ahead.